The clock stopped ticking in the city of Halvern the night the sky bled green. No one panicked at first, until the next morning, when half the population remembered a different yesterday. Streets twisted in directions that hadn't existed. Buildings flickered between centuries, and people whispered that time itself had begun to decay. Dr. Alara Miles, a temporal biologist, had spent her career studying fractures in the time stream, phenomena she once believed were natural. But now, standing in front of the derelict clock tower that used to mark the center of Halvern, she realized the fractures weren't random. They were alive. Something was feeding on time itself. Her research led her underground, into the Rotwell district, once sealed off after a mysterious explosion decades ago. Down there she found it, a pulsating mass of glass and shadow, whispering fragments of the past, pulling memories out of the air like smoke. It wasn't destroying time, it was recycling it. Every forgotten second, every erased memory, every what if the world had buried was festering here, mutating into something conscious. When Alara touched it, her life splintered. She lived every version of herself at once, the child who never left her hometown, the woman who never pursued science, the mother she never became. Each version begged her to let the rot grow, to undo time's cruelty. But one version, her older self, whispered a warning. The rot doesn't want to heal the past. It wants to replace it. Reality began collapsing outward from Halvern. People vanished mid-step, leaving echoes behind. Days folded over each other like dead skin. The sun rose 3 times before it set once. In a final act of defiance, Alara entered the heart of the temporal organism, carrying with her the last working chronometer, a device that could reset the local timeline. But inside the core, she found not a monster, just the faces of everyone who had ever been erased by time, calling her name in unison. When the chronometer detonated, light devoured everything. Now in the new Halvern, time ticks normally again, except for one clock, Alara's old lab clock that runs backward. And every night at 3:03 a.m., it stops just long enough for a whisper to echo through the lab walls. Yesterday didn't die, it mutated. Life lesson. Some things aren't meant to be rewritten. Time heals what it can and buries what it must. Trying to resurrect what was lost only teaches us how fragile now truly is.